everybody, this is Sarah and I'm in my Daisy Sew studio. I've been busy this morning making up some little craft kits. I will just go and get a couple to show you. So the first thing I've made is a little kit where you can make one of these little Easter chicks that are quite fun. They're really simple to make. The kit contains yellow wool, orange felt and some googly eyes, and then all you need is glue, a Sharpie and some scissors, and basically they're like a pom-pom, but I'll show you a really easy way of making them. And the second thing that I've got, second kit, is for an Easter egg, a felt Easter egg that children can decorate. So these are the two little kits, and I'm going to show you how to make each of them. With the wool that you get in your kit, you can use any yellow wool, but I've just put some of the wool that I've got here in the kit for you. But if you want to make another one, any wool would do. And basically what you need to do is use your hand, or the children can use their hands, and just wrap the wool around like that. Okay, so you start and you just keep going. And I'm just going to pop this on fast forward, quick on fast motion, because obviously it would take me ages if I was just doing this chatting to you. So hang on a sec. Okay, so I've almost finished wrapping the wool around my hand. It's a bit like a bandage, but the children have really enjoyed doing this. Now I've got a bit of a knot at the end here, so I'm just gonna, it's only a tiny bit, I'm just gonna chop that end bit off, and then I'm going to take a little bit, so you need to save a little bit of wool, like that. Just save a little bit of wool, and then what you're gonna do is wrap it inside, in between, basically where you where your hand is. You're going to wrap the wool like that, just through one bit, and tie a knot. So it might, if the child is doing this, they probably need the parent to help tie the knot. I'm not sure I'm very good at doing these videos, so I apologise. It's the first one I've done. And it all feels a bit weird, but then everything feels a bit weird at the moment. So anyway, hopefully it will give your children something to do. So, so here we go. I've tied that around, and I'm just going to leave the ends and then pull it off my hand. So can you see the knot's through there? Okay, and it now looks like that. And then what I'm going to do to make the pom-pom is I'm going to cut through the bottom bit. Just realised my power's a bit low, so hopefully it will keep going until I finish this video. There we go. So I've cut through the two. Now I got this off of Pinterest. I get loads of my ideas from Pinterest, so you could always find the tutorial on there as well. And they said this, when you've done this bit, it looks a bit like a moustache. So it does look a bit like a moustache. Anyway, right, so there's my pom-pom. But what you've now got to do is trim all the little ends down to make it more of a pom-pom shape. So you can go quite short with the wool, but you're just going to sort of trim all the way round like that. Trim it all down, fluff it all up a bit so it looks more like a pom-pom. I think my boys think I'm talking to myself in here. I'm just hoping they don't come running up in a minute. Boots is nowhere to be seen today. I think he's gone off sunbathing somewhere. We're very lucky with the weather. Whoops. Now some bits might come out, but don't worry. You've just got to keep trimming it round. Bit like, I think the children really enjoy this because it's a bit like giving it a little haircut. giving it a hairstyle. But I've never used this method to make a pom-pom, and actually I think it's quite good, because it's a nice easy way rather than trying to make the cardboard templates and all that. So I'm not going to spend too long doing this, but you can see it's starting to look like the other one now. And now with my orange felt, I'm going to draw a triangle with a black Sharpie for the beak. There we go. I'm going to cut that out. And then I'm going to glue the beak and the little googly eyes on. So I will be back in just a minute. I'm just going to go over, I've lost the googly eyes again, there they are. I've got my glue gun is all ready to go, but you could use any glue for this really. You could use double-sided tape or anything really you've got at home. Back in a minute. Okay, here I am. So I'm just going to glue the little beak on and the eyes. Oh, looking a bit wonky. Da, da, da. And he's done. I suppose you could tie a bit of string on it and hang them up. You could make a few of them. So if you would like one of these, I will be making up the little kits. I've already made a few. Just let me know if you would like one. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll be back with the video for how to make the little Easter egg, little felt Easter eggs. Bye. Hi. The second Easter kit that I've made up is to make a felt Easter egg. It's only small. Well, there's two different sizes. So in the kits there's a template for an Easter egg that size, and then another one a little bit smaller, so you can see. And there's half a dozen pieces of coloured felt, thread, needle, and some other little bits and bobs to decorate the Easter eggs. So I've started decorating one of my pieces that I cut out here. So I've cut it out from pink felt, and I've just hot glue gunned on some rickrack and a little Easter chick button. So I've put a few of those in the kits, and I'm going to show you how to do the other side. Okay, so you can do it slightly differently. So I hope you followed all that okay. But basically what I did was I glued, so I cut out one of the bits of felt, I just cut out half, and then I glued it on the back, or you could stitch it on, and then I glued a bit of pom-pom on the back. But you could just decorate one side if you want to, or even decorate with Sharpies. Whatever children fancy doing, just have a bit of fun. I'm just going to trim these ends off. Then what I did was I put them together, wrong sides together, and then I got some thread, and I've put some of this embroidery thread into each of the bags. But what you'll need to do is just separate it out, because it's quite thick otherwise. So there's 6 strands there. So just separate it out and sew with 2 strands at a time. Okay. And then it's not quite so thick to thread and for the children to use. And then I went all the way around the outside. It doesn't matter what stitch you use. Children can use a running stitch, or I just kind of used a stitch that kind of went round and round the outside, and left a little gap, put some of this stuffing in, and then sewed it up. And there is your finished felt Easter egg. hope you've enjoyed watching, and if you would like to buy a pom-pom chick or one of these, if you'd like to buy a kit, then do please get in touch. Thank you. Bye.